We all start our journey flying trusted trainer planes like the Cessna 152, Piper Tomahawk, or even smaller Tecnam and Diamond planes. However, it happens that an aircraft that could offer more than its competitors in the same segment and was even called a perfect hour builder to transition to the bigger aircraft is somehow overlooked and doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Well, today at Big Metal Birds, we aim to fix this issue and review the timeless classic, Beechcraft C-23 Sundowner. The hero of today's video is a particular plane from the Musketeer family, which following the troublesome Beech naming convention includes planes like Musketeer Sport, Custom, Super 3, Sierra, and also military variant. The plane that we review today is the result of multiple upgrades of the original Musketeer that make it stand out from the rest of the family. So, without further ado, let's wind the clock back to see how it all started. Beech Bonanza undoubtedly was ahead of its time, and despite some design issues, that by the way we demystified in one of our videos, it made other manufacturers work harder in order not to lose this competition for the premium segment of general aviation. But one thing Beechcraft failed to notice: there was another sector of the aviation industry, and Walter Beech surely wasn't leading the competition there. Cessna and Piper were known for their reliable and forgiving trainer planes, while Beech didn't have one. In order not to miss out on this opportunity, Beech swiftly began the design and development of the new plane. First time in Beech history, they had the task not to push the plane to its engineering limits, but rather take a step back and design something that would be much cheaper than Bonanza, suitable for training and not so speedy crews, had comfort and practicality. Did they succeed? Let's find out. Sundowner shares a lot with the other Musketeers, which all are single-engine, low-wing, all-metal aircraft. While Beechcraft designed this plane with student pilots in mind, they did not forget about the fun factor. This plane is capable of 6G positive and has additional bulkheads to reinforce the fuselage. With some extra equipment, it was even capable of doing aerobatics. C-23 has a fixed landing gear, but unlike other planes, Sundowner has a trailing link system with compressed rubber pucks for shock absorption. Not a big deal, but it might take a bit of practice, especially knowing that all planes of the series are nose-heavy. Sundowner is a pretty big plane, especially when compared to the others in its, so to speak, designated class of trainers. It has a length of 25.9 feet, a height of 8.3, and a wingspan of 32.9 feet. It is almost 2 feet bigger than a Piper Cherokee in all measurements, but just a bit smaller than a Skyhawk. Nevertheless, its width allows for 4 adult passengers to have ample elbow and leg room. Speaking of weight, its empty weight is almost 1,500 pounds, and it can carry around 950 pounds of payload. So, be mindful of your passenger and their luggage weight when filling up your tanks. Beech already had a plane that was nearly too fast for its time, so they didn't push the Musketeer family to compete with Bonanza in terms of swiftness. Sundowner's normal cruise at 10,000 feet is around 110 knots, while its never exceed is at 152. This doesn't break any records, but let's be fair, you aren't buying this plane for its speed. Also, let's not forget that the heart of this plane, the Lycoming O360, has just 180 horsepower. But the fact that this engine was installed in thousands of different aircraft, including the Cessna 172 and Piper Cherokee, means that many technicians are familiar with it, and the maintenance won't be a headache. Also, its fuel rate is about 10 gallons per hour at 75% power, gives you a pretty good range of 500 nautical miles with its 58-gallon tank. Of course, the range highly depends on weather and load, but still, it's a decent number for a weekend trip. Now when we step inside, we instantly feel the Beech premium design. Remember our video about the Stagger Wing? The ultimate luxury plane that was hand-built for the wealthy businessman of Wall Street? Now, of course, the C-23 is nowhere near, but it's still done with comfort and style in mind, not pure workhorse practicality like Cessna or Piper. Even today, this plane from the 60s feels very roomy, with comfortable soft seats for all four. Behind the passenger seats, you will find truly large luggage space that's certified for 280 pounds. That's at least 4 full-size suitcases, plus a few backpacks. In terms of avionics, it's all pretty simple here. Most of the planes that fly today are equipped with either digital flight instruments or full-fledged glass cockpits. Since Sundowner is gaining its well-deserved popularity, there aren't lots of them on atradeaplane.com. Prices range from 70 to 100 grand for a well-maintained plane. Mostly equipped with analog instruments, there are a few IFR-ready, equipped with Garmin navigation systems. In terms of maintenance, Sundowner falls in line with what you would expect from a typical 4-seat aircraft in the general aviation category. For private owners, the maintenance demands are fairly straightforward. The Sundowner primarily needs an annual inspection to meet regulatory requirements, alongside the standard upkeep. When it comes to the costs of maintaining the C-23, owners generally find it to be a financially manageable aircraft. The availability of parts is a strong point, as they are readily accessible, which is a testament to Beechcraft's extensive support network. This accessibility helps in keeping maintenance schedules on track and costs predictable. According to the article published on pilotpassion.com in 2023, the total annual cost of ownership, including insurance, maintenance, and hangar fees, comes to roughly $13,000. The variable cost per flying hour, based on 100 flying hours, is approximately $50. Musketeers, and this C-23 Sundowner in particular, offer quite a unique combination of simplicity, safety, quality, and even comfort. It has a fine balance between all of them, and while it became popular as a transition plane, let's not forget how reliable and great this plane is on its own. Of course, it might not break the records, but this bird definitely deserves its place in the sky. Thank you so much for watching our video. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.